10 Mysteries That Were Never Solved, Part 2. Number 11. The Vanishing Act of D.B. Cooper. On the afternoon of November 24, 1971, a man calling himself Dan Cooper hijacked a Boeing 727, demanding $200,000 and 4 parachutes. After releasing the passengers in exchange for the money, he ordered the plane to take off again. Then, mid-flight, he parachuted with the loot over a forested area in the Pacific Northwest. He was never heard from again. Despite an exhaustive search, Cooper disappeared without a trace, except for a few bundles of deteriorated bills found in 1980. The case remains the only unsolved air piracy in U.S. history. Theories abound. Some believe he did not survive the jump, while others suggest he managed to escape, becoming a legend of criminal ingenuity and uncertain fate. Number 12. The ancient computer of the Antikythera mechanism. In 1901, divers exploring a Roman shipwreck discovered an astonishing artifact, a complex bronze gear mechanism dating back 2,100 years. It turned out to be an ancient analog astronomical calculator, capable of predicting the positions of the sun and moon, eclipses, and even the chronology of the Olympic Games. The enigma lies in its advanced technology. Nothing comparable from the Hellenistic period was known to exist. In fact, a mechanical device of such sophistication would not be seen again for another 1,000 years. Its existence forces us to reconsider what we knew about ancient science, leaving questions about whether it was the work of an isolated genius or part of a lost technological tradition. Number 13. The hidden identity of the Zodiac Killer. Between 1968 and 1969, a serial killer who called himself the Zodiac terrorized Northern California, claiming at least 5 victims. He taunted authorities by sending cryptic letters to the press, including 4 ciphers, 2 of which remain not fully solved. Despite an intense investigation and numerous suspects over the years, his identity has never been confirmed. The Zodiac claimed in his letters that he was collecting slaves for the afterlife. His ability to evade capture, combined with his macabre game with the media, has made him one of the most frustrating criminal enigmas of the 20th century. Number 14. The impossible escape from Alcatraz prison. On the night of June 11, 1962, 3 inmates, Frank Morris and brothers John and Clarence Anglin, pulled off one of the most ingenious escapes in history from the supposedly escape-proof Alcatraz prison. Using spoons, they dug tunnels and left fake heads in their beds to deceive the guards. After reaching the shore, they launched into the frigid waters of the bay on a makeshift raft. The official investigation concluded that they likely drowned, but their bodies were never recovered. Over time, clues have emerged, such as a supposed letter from John Anglin in 2013, suggesting they might have survived, keeping the mystery of whether they achieved the impossible feat alive. Number 15. The Lost Continent of Atlantis. In the 4th century BC, the philosopher Plato described a powerful island continent called Atlantis, an advanced civilization that sank into the sea in a single dreadful day and night. According to his account, it existed beyond the Pillars of Hercules and was punished by the gods. The enigma is whether Atlantis was a real place or a philosophical allegory. Locations as disparate as the island of Santorini, the Atlantic Ocean, or even the Americas have been proposed. However, no definitive archaeological evidence has ever emerged. Most historians consider it a myth, but the lack of a conclusive answer keeps the speculation about this legendary lost civilization alive. Number 16. The sacred treasure of the Ark of the Covenant. According to biblical tradition, the Ark of the Covenant was a sacred chest that held the tablets of the 10 Commandments. It was the most revered object in Solomon's temple in Jerusalem. But after the temple's destruction by the Babylonians in 586 BC, the scriptures make no further mention of its fate. Its destiny has fueled speculation for millennia. Various legends claim it was hidden to prevent its capture, either in tunnels beneath Jerusalem or taken to Ethiopia, where a church in Aksum claims to guard it without allowing verification. It might also have been destroyed. Without any archaeological evidence, the Ark of the Covenant remains one of history's great religious and archaeological mysteries. Number 17. The disappearance of the Sodder children. On Christmas Eve, 1945, the Sodder family home burned down violently. George and Jenny Sodder escaped with 4 of their children, but 5 others were apparently trapped inside. The strange part is that no human remains were found in the debris, which is highly unlikely for a house fire. The case is surrounded by bizarre clues. The phone line was cut, a ladder was missing, and a truck wouldn't start, all suggesting sabotage. For years, the Sodders received tips that their children might be alive, including an anonymous photograph. Although they were officially declared dead, the absence of remains has left this family mystery unsolved. Number 18. The unsolved murders of Hinterkaifeck. One night in March 1922, on an isolated farm in Germany called Hinterkaifeck, 6 people were brutally murdered with a mattock. The victims included the entire Gruber family and their new maid. Most chillingly, the killer likely lived on the farm for several days after the massacre, feeding the livestock. Days earlier, the farmer had told neighbors he found tracks in the snow leading to the house, but not away from it. Despite questioning over 100 suspects, no culprit was ever arrested, and the motive remains a mystery, as nothing was stolen. The Hinterkaifeck case remains unsolved, fueling legends of a phantom killer. Number 19. The final fate of Amelia Earhart. In 1937, aviation pioneer Amelia Earhart was attempting to fly around the world. Along with our navigator Fred Noonan, she took off from Papua New Guinea, heading for the tiny Howland Island in the Pacific. They never arrived. Her last communication reported that they were running low on fuel and could not see the island. Despite an intensive search, no trace of the plane or its occupants was ever found. The leading theory is that they crashed into the ocean, but another hypothesis suggests they made an emergency landing on the deserted island of Nikumaroro, where they would have perished as castaways. Although objects have been found that could have belonged to them, no conclusive proof has revealed what happened. Number 20. The secret purpose of the Nazca Lines. In the arid plains of southern Peru, gigantic geoglyphs created by the Nazca culture stretch across the landscape. These figures, which include geometric shapes and representations of animals like a hummingbird or a monkey, can only be fully appreciated from the air. The enigma lies in why they were made. It is believed they may have had a ritual or astronomical purpose, perhaps to summon water in one of the world's driest regions or to mark solstices. The absence of written records and the unusual nature of creating designs only visible from a great height have given rise to all sorts of theories, but their exact purpose remains a subject of debate.
Thank you for watching our video. Subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Give it a like, comment your thoughts, and share this video with your friends and family.